is there a crossover between sustainability or a greener website and accessibility? Is a greener website a more accessible one?
I would say mostly yes. I kind of think of sustainability, accessibility, and performance of your website, so speediness, how quick is it, is all very closely linked. And mostly when you increase something in one area, you're probably increasing it in the other too. So if we think about just something as simple as copy on your website, being able to have clear headings, succinct copy, low reading age, because the average reading age in the UK is 9, that will make your website speedier. It improves search engine optimization, so people can find it more quickly, and they're getting more value when they do find it, because search engines like Google are able to understand your content better. That means people are spending less time clicking around Google finding things. They're getting to what they need quickly. It's easier to scan and read and will work for screen readers, but also for anybody coming to that page, they will be able to quickly get the information they need. So that improves the accessibility of it. And because it becomes more value and you probably have less content on there getting in the way, it then becomes more sustainable. There are some exceptions to that. So I think if you really want to be truly accessible, you need to consider providing transcripts for your video content. You might want to consider providing large print versions of things as either PDF downloads or in other formats. You may be an organization that wants to present content in multiple languages. And so to achieve that, you are putting more content out there, and therefore it isn't going to be as green. It is going to have an increased carbon footprint. But I think one of the things I think we have to really consider is that all of this is a bit of a balancing act between what we're trying to do. And I think what's really interesting working in the cultural sector is all of the organizations we work with have a hugely positive impact on society and their communities and their partners and the people they work with. Nobody's doing anything bad. Everyone has such a positive impact. And you could say, well, we're going to strip your website. It's going to be no images. There's going to be no videos. There's going to be no music. There's going to be no sound. But actually, that then diminishes that amazing positive impact. So sometimes we have to say, yes, it is going to be less sustainable, but it's more accessible. And therefore, that's okay. But in the most part, if you're achieving something in one of those areas, you're probably achieving it in the other two as well. And I think what's really interesting is how sustainability is so closely tied to performance and ease of use and kind of the speediness and kind of search engine optimization of your website. I think to some extent, I'm talking to a lot of digital agencies at the moment about their approach to digital sustainability. And for those of them who perhaps don't have it on their radar because it's just not something they're really focusing on, one thing that they always get a demand for is a really high performant, fast website. And the way to do that is to have lean, neat code, have image formats that load really quickly, have light pages, have really great, concise, well-structured, clear content. So when you Google something, you get what you want, and then Google says, this is a great page, let's increase it, let's put it up higher the rankings. So in some respects, even if you're working in an organization where digital sustainability isn't that important, but maybe you as an individual think it is, you can sort of get around it by saying, well, we'll ignore digital sustainability because you don't think it's important, but let's have a really speedy, fast website. And you will end up with a more sustainable website as well. So yeah. I think that's kind of a really, it's really useful tool if you're trying to convince people that this is something they should be doing, but you're struggling to get buy-in. I think, you know, for us at Supercool, it's sustainability is a value that's really close to all of our hearts. Everyone in the team cares about it. But that's not always going to be the case in every organization. You might find yourself one person who cares about it, where other people just, not that they don't care, they might not see the value in it, they might not have the energy or the time or capacity to take it on right now. But who doesn't want a speedy website that ranks highly in Google?